banger, after banger, after banger, after banger, after banger, after banger.
All right, so this is take 2. I recorded about 10 minutes of this with the microphone off, so that's my bad. But listen, welcome back to the Power Rankings. I know it's been a little while since we had our Power Rankings release, so thank you for your patience. And I am trying to get more content out more frequently. So with that said, welcome to Week 14. Welcome to the Power Rankings. I know Coach Q sent out a message this morning. His HR template came out. Look, there's been some threads, some scheduling threads that haven't really been responded to. It doesn't take long to respond to your opponent or reach out to your opponent, you know. When the week opens, we expect you guys to communicate. Most of you have been fine. It's just a select few that probably need a little improvement. But either way, you guys are doing a great job. We're already in week 14 in the second season, and it's November. So I have to look at the previous stats. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good for our second season. So with that said, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. For you guys up in the east by me, we're having snow for some reason, which sucks, but stay safe out there, and let's get to the Power Rankings, okay? All right, guys, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to start off the same way we've been doing it. Bottom 3 first, and then your top 10, right? So we're starting off number 32, the Indianapolis Colts. Coach Eddie, look, Coach Eddie won his first game last night, beat Big Dre and the Jags, shocked the world, shocked the MOF, 21-12. With the win over the Jags, the first place Jags, by the way. So what happened? What was different? Looks like Coach Eddie started Anthony Richardson at quarterback. Very good move there. So it looks like Dak is taking a seat. I'm not sure if he's going to re-sign Dak or cut Dak or what, but Richardson's a really good quarterback. He has good ratings, so good move there. He also started Jaden Scott at running back. I'm not sure if Taylor got hurt or what, but he also had Scott at running back. But the real big thing is he picked off Lawrence 3 times. And Dre does not turn the ball over, so that's impressive. He had one pick 6, too. So, hey, hats off to Eddie for winning this first game. Very proud of you. You got to keep it going, though. You know, you are last in points per game, only 15 points per game. He's only, I think he's dead last in offense, maybe offense per game. Second last to offense per game. Only 250 yards per game he's getting, so obviously you're not going to win that many games that way. But I'm glad you won the game. I'm glad you figured out that you should be starting Richardson. Now the next step is to start handing the ball to Jonathan Taylor, damn it. Get him the ball. Taylor's amazing. All right, number 31, the New England Patriots. Look, I'm really surprised that TSG is 1-12. I really am surprised. I didn't really think he'd be great, honestly, with the Patriots roster, but 1-12, I mean, damn. So, yeah, the Patriots won their first game against the Colts, 27-12, and then since then he's lost 12 straight games. So it's actually the coldest team in the MOF, and probably could have put him dead last, but, you know, I didn't because he beat Eddie in week 1. But, yeah, if you look at the schedule, he lost a couple games pretty close. He lost the 3-point game to the Eagles, 10-point game to the Falcons, 1-point game to the Browns, and a 4-point game to the Jets, 6-point to the Broncos. So his games have been close. They could have gone either way. He could easily be 500 right now, but he is not. So the biggest issue, I think, for the Patriots has been their quarterback. They have started, it looks like 5 different quarterbacks already this season. Everyone has gotten at least 3 or 4 games started. Drake May, he traded to the Cowboys, so that could have been your best bet there, but you traded him. I know he likes Joe Milton. I think he's injured. I don't know if Daddy Leagues is showing that correctly or not. But I know he likes Joe Milton. But right now, Derek Carr has been the quarterback. I think he has 1 touchdown, 9 interceptions. So, yeah, that will have to improve if you want to start winning TSG. So, figure out that quarterback, start winning some games, all right? Number 30, you have the Miami Dolphins. Coach Shorty Pizzle. Shorty has had a tough season. Usually, we see a 500 season out of Shorty. Usually, like, win-loss, you know? But this season has just been kind of loss. So, he has 2 wins. He beat the Ravens, which was nice. He beat the Patriots, but, you know, who hasn't beaten the Patriots? No offense. But since those 2 wins, I mean, he lost a 1-point game to the Chiefs, which might have even been a sim. I don't even know. Yeah, it was a sim, so that doesn't even count. But his games haven't really been that close. I think he lost a 2-pointer to the Jets. He lost a 6-pointer to the Falcons, and then opening week he lost a 6-pointer to the Steelers. Other than that, he's been beaten up pretty good. And I'm not really sure why, because you look at his numbers, and you got Tua Tagovailoa with 22 touchdowns and 22 interceptions. That's not bad. MOF standards, that's good with when you have the same amount of touchdowns and interceptions. And then Devon Achane has 1,114 yards and 7 touchdowns. So not really sure what the disconnect is here. I know their defense isn't too great. They're giving up some points, but it's kind of a mystery. So Miami, look, you look good on paper, but you're just not winning the game. So maybe you got to execute a little better, throw that ball a little better, maybe down the field. I don't know, but I wish you the best, coach, and hopefully you finish strong. So now we're going to go to the top 10. We're going to start off with the Jaguars. Big Dre. Has anyone checked in Big Dre since he lost to the Colts? You know, 'cause that kind of loss is going to might send you to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully someone checked on Big Dre. I mean, he's okay. Obviously, he lost again this morning, so we know he's all right. The Jags have lost 3 straight games, but they're still in first place. I know with the loss of Pettigrew and the Titans, I think maybe giving Dre a little relaxation. I know he's still in first. He's 8-5, I believe. The Titans are 6-6. Texans 5-7. So he's not really, he doesn't really feel the heat unless they really bomb out and lose these last 4 games. I think the Jags are going to be your AFC South champion either way. Like I mentioned before, they don't turn the ball over. Lawrence has been strong, 22 touchdowns, 21 interceptions, which is interesting now that I mentioned it, because they have stats similar to the Dolphins, but they're winning games and Miami's not. So I don't know. Anyway, the defense of the Jags has been really good this season. They're 6th overall defense, giving up yards per game. They're only giving up 270 yards per game, which is very good. So that's your bread and butter. Dre's defense, always good. So that's number 10. Number 9 is the Los Angeles Rams, who had one of the biggest jumps in the power rankings. Coach Booby, exactly what we thought he was going to be this season. At least I thought he was going to be this season. 8-5. The Rams are on absolute fire. They won 7 straight games. They're beating everybody they're playing right now. They lost to the Buccaneers in Week 6 by 1 point. Since then, they won 7 straight, like we said. So they have 4 games left, and all 4 games look kind of they're probably winnable. So I think we might be seeing Booby with the NFC West title this season. His offense is playing very, very good. His rookie quarterback, Luke Borum, I think that's how to pronounce his name. Luke Borum, 31 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. Very strong performance out of him. Running game can use some help, but he has about 5 running backs that are getting carries, which is he spreads the ball around a lot. But yeah, the Rams are playing great. Keep it up. Like to see Booby advance far in the playoffs for once, right? Booby he's not having very good playoff success. So good luck if you can get there. Number 8, you have the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions. Coach Canes came in with the first set of rankings. He was, I think he was ranked. Yeah, he was ranked number 1 overall. I know I did it. Since then, since his 5-0 start, he has been, a little mediocre. 3-4 actually. He's lost to the Bengals, the Chargers, the Cowboys, and the Buccaneers. He's beaten the Vikings, Bears, and the Ravens. So taking a little bit of a step back. I know he still has Trey Lance at quarterback, which was a good decision at first. I didn't think it was, but hey, he's playing very strong with Trey Lance. 24 touchdowns, 21 interceptions. Jahmyr Gibbs very good as well. 1,000 yards already, 15 touchdowns. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown, 814 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns. The Lions are good. Look, Coach Canes knows how to win games. He's a multi-time champion here. He beat Mac week 1, whipped them actually, 42-21. They have a rematch week 18. Can't wait to see that. But yeah, the Lions coming in number 8 and limping a little bit, but I think they'll be fine. Number 7, you get the Dallas Cowboys, Coach Q. HR Coach Q, who was 8-2 a couple days ago, but now he is 8-4. Lost 2 straight games. 1 to the Eagles, 1 to the Commanders, 2 division games. I think Dallas is fine. Look, his defense is great. He got the second best pass defense in the game. He's only given up 159 yards per game in the air, which is just it's stupid. It's crazy. 4th best defense overall. I know he's having a little bit of a quarterback issue too. He just traded Michael Penix and he's starting with Drake May now. Drake May has been a little topsy-turvy, so he has to just focus in on May and get the feel for him, because I know sometimes when you change quarterbacks, you just got to get the feel. All right, so Javonte Williams still bouncing around like a truck, 1,100 yards, 46 broken tackles. This is crazy. So yeah, look, Cowboys still leading. They're actually not leading the NFC East, so I'm wrong. The Commanders are by a tiebreaker. So Cowboys still own a pretty good lead in the wild card. They have Matt coming up, which I'm looking forward to seeing that game. The rematch of the NFC Championship last season. So. Yeah, Dallas, number 7. Number 6 is the Pittsburgh Steelers, Coach Gooch. Everyone's expecting Coach Gooch to fail here in the second half of the season. It's just not happening. It's not happening this time. I feel it. The Steelers won 4 straight before dropping last week to the Bills. So they're 8-4 right now. They're leading the division. The division is tough, I tell you what. At 8-4 Steelers, you got the 7-5 Browns, 6-6 Ravens. Even the Bengals, who were 5-7, they made the playoffs last season. You got so many teams that are capable of winning that division, and right now, Gooch is leading the way. And it's probably because of his rush defense. You look at the rush yards per game given up. He's only given up 71 rush yards per game, which is tops in the MOF. So very good, very strong rush defense there. And we all know what happens when you can't run and you start throwing the ball when you don't want to. You start throwing interceptions. So, again, Gooch is playing very well. Turnover differential, he's plus 13, like I said, so it's very good. Tops in the league. It's one of the tops in the league. You look at the numbers, the stats. Justin Fields is playing well. Najee Harris running well. He's winning games. So look, the remaining games he has: the Bengals, the Jets, the Broncos, the Lions, and the Ravens. It's not easy. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's definitely not easy. But he has to win the Bengals and the Ravens game. If he wins those 2 games, he has a really good chance of winning the division, as long as he doesn't end up with a tiebreaker with the Browns, because the Browns beat him twice. So good luck, Gooch. Steelers, number 6. Number 5, we got the Washington Commanders and Coach Roklo with the biggest jump in the rankings, plus 15. He was 20th when we did the rankings week 5, I think it was. Since then, he's been on absolute fire. I think he's 6-1 in his last 7 games. He's not turning the ball over. See, this is what's happening. So last season, Jaden Daniels threw a bunch of interceptions. This season, he's still throwing interceptions, but he has more touchdowns. 40 touchdowns to 29 interceptions. Very, very good. 3,700 yards passing. He's not the top passing offense in the MOF, which is pretty crazy to me. Who the hell is? Let's see. Oh, the Texans are. Yeah, so we got 2 spam sandwiches leading the passing yards per game here. Tyler Harrell, look at his numbers. 81 receptions. 81 receptions, and the second best guy has 45, and that's his running back. So that's crazy. Tyler Harrell is just killing it. 1,500 yards, 20 touchdowns. Stop him, guys. Double him, triple him, manually cover him. That's his bread and butter. Tyler Harrell is crazy fast, and he likes getting the ball to him. So, look, Commanders playing really well. They're in first place because of a tiebreaker over Dallas. So, Washington, I think, is finishing up with, Chicago, Kansas City, Philly, Minnesota, Philly. He's probably going to win at least 4 of those games. So, it looks like Washington's going to win that division, barring any kind of miracle there. But great job by Roklo this season. Good bounce-back season. Even though he didn't make the playoffs last season, but he's just not turning the ball over as much. So great job. Number 4, you got the Buffalo Bills, who are one of the hottest teams in the league. They've won 9 straight games now. After starting 1-2, they won 9 straight. Just absolutely playing fantastic football. Buffalo Bills beast is just he's stopping the run. He's not letting up a lot of points. He's scoring a lot of points. He's passing the ball well. He's doing everything well. Only has 18 interceptions. I think that might be best in the league. Let me look real quick. Interceptions lost. Packers, Panthers, Brown. He's 6th in interceptions thrown. Least interceptions thrown. So very good job by the Bills. Coach Beast. We knew he'd be good. He's coming off a Super Bowl appearance, so he's getting hot at the right time. And he's tied for the top spot in the AFC with the Chiefs. And the Chiefs are coming in number 3. Coach Bubba's Chiefs also really hot. I know they just lost a straight sim to the Chargers, but other than that, they have 1 loss, and it was a 3-point loss to the Raiders in Week 5. That's the only thing that the only blemish on their record. They could easily be undefeated right now. You look at Patrick Mahomes; he's having one of the best seasons at any quarterback in the league right now. You got 32 touchdowns, only 17 interceptions, 115.8 QB rating. Very strong season. You got Xavier Worthy and Marquise Brown, both pretty much 50 receptions. Worthy a little bit more yards, 1,000 yards. Worthy's really fast, and he had the 100-yard touchdown against me. So there you go, 100 yards right there. But yeah, look, the Chiefs are playing good. Bubba's playing great. Number 1 spot, number 1 seed in the AFC. And I don't know if he's going to finish with the number 1 seed, but the remaining games, that game against Dallas is going to be really good, and the game against Washington is going to be really fun to see. That could be like a 70 to 60 game right there. So let's keep our eye on that one, Week 15. All right, number 2, the Green Bay Packers. No surprise here. Coach Mack, 11-1. It's almost expected now. It's just like, yeah, he's beating people 45-10, 45-0, 49-25, 47-20. He's scoring 40 points a game. He's scoring 41 points a game, which is the highest in the league. He's giving up only 15 points a game, which is the highest in the league. So he has the highest points per game and the best points against. So that's just crazy, right? None of his games have been close. I mean, he had one close, I guess you want to call it close, against the Raiders, 12 points he won by. Other than that, every game has been easily over by 20 or more every single time. I really want to see that Week 18 rematch against the Lions. I'm sure Mac has that circled. I'm sure he has that Week 16 game circled against the Panthers. We're really looking forward to that one because that is probably going to determine the number 1 seed in the NFC. So really looking forward to that. You look at numbers for Mac, they're just off the charts. You got Jordan Love, 28 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. You got Josh Jacobs, 1,500 yards, 7.9 yards per carry, 18 touchdowns, 58 broken tackles. He's a stud, man. Mac knows what he's doing. And, yeah, but number 1 is your Carolina Panthers. Again, the Panthers back to number 1. He also only has 1 loss, a 4-point loss to the Bills. Other than that, just squeaking, just killing people. He's not squeaking by; he's killing people. He squeaked by the Cardinals. If you want to say anything about that, Week 12 he won by 1 point. But other than that, he's just beating the snot out of people, just like Mac. So we're really looking forward to that Week 16 game, Packers Panthers. I'm really looking forward to it. You look at the Panthers numbers too; they're unbelievable. I mean, 31 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. He does not throw interceptions. The running game is also strong. You got Brooks, Miles Sanders, both averaging, Sanders is 6.7, Brooks is 5.4. His receivers are all strong. Jonathan Brooks is actually leading the receivers. He's a running back. 11 touchdowns receiving for a running back. That could be, that might be a record. I'll have to look at that. So, yeah, those are your top 10 guys for the week. Hoping I can have another one out next week, maybe next Tuesday or Wednesday, because I know Thanksgiving is coming. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the power rankings, and have a great week, and let's finish the season strong. Okay, peace out.
Banger after banger after banger after banger after banger after banger after